What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of The Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 1, Episode 12. So the goat died. The goat that Chanel had given to Lesa as a gift, the poor thing died. So rest in peace to Miss Goat. Moving on from there. Lesa tells Chanel that Nena didn't like how she exposed her. She exposed Nena for basically kind of being two-faced with Caroline Stanbury. So Nena in the beginning, I don't know exactly at what point, but sometime in the beginning, I don't know if it was beginning of the show or before the show even began recording. I don't know. Before the women began recording for the show. But at some point, Nena was going around warning the women of Stanbury, saying that Stanbury was not a good friend or whatever she was saying about Stanbury. So she was warning everybody. And so Lesa exposed Nena. She basically confronted her and said, you were going around telling us that we should be warned about Stanbury, and now you and Stanbury are BFFs. And so, in this short amount of time, you went from not liking her and warning us about her to now you and her are BFFs. So, it's not making any sense. The math is not mathing. And so, Stanbury herself ends up hearing about this, and she said in her confessional she doesn't really care. She's like, I don't care. Nena didn't like me. Now she likes me. We're friends. Who cares? Let's move on. Brooks meets up with her ex-husband to talk about the business. And I guess he's going to be like an investor, or she's paying him as a consultant or something, because he says that he's expecting to get money out of this. So I don't know if he meant like with the profits of the business, he wants to get a portion of the profits, which I'm thinking he's probably doing that. Now that I really think about it, there's no way he's going to give her money to start her salons and him not expecting anything in return. So if she can't pay one way, she's also going to pay another. So he's probably like an investor, or maybe she's paying him, not paying him, because if she was going to pay him, she wouldn't need money from him. But he's probably going to be like an investor. So he's probably going to get like a cut of the profits. Then they talk about the son being bullied. She tells her ex-husband that when her son was in a Zoom class, the kids were bullying him. And so Brooks was able to jump into the Zoom and tell the boys that they were going to be in trouble for bullying her child. And I think she said she even talked to the school about it, or something. But since her husband seems to have like a lot of money and a lot of power in Dubai, hopefully he does contact the school and sets it straight to where his son is never bullied again. Because no child should go through that, because your childhood is that one little brief moment of your life where you should not be stressed about anything. So I hope that the parents are going to take care of that so he doesn't have to experience that ever again. And then they had a discussion about gold diggers, because we find out that when she used to be married to her husband, her son had called her a gold digger when he was younger. And he's like 10 or 11 now. So he was really, really young when he called his mother a gold digger. And he called her that because that's what his father told him his mother was. Now, I felt like on the show, they just kind of overlooked that. They glossed over that. But I was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. That is so wrong on a million levels, for the father to refer to the son's mother as a gold digger. You can't tell your children stuff like that about their mother. That's absolutely wrong, and probably abusive. You can't do that. So the little boy will call his mother a gold digger because that's what his father told him. Your mom's a gold digger. Oh my God. I'm not Brooks. Girl, you know how to pick them, don't you? You know how to pick them. Wow, that's absolutely wrong. If I no, I'm surprised. I know. Okay, so girl, you're using him for his money to start your business. Okay, do what you got to do, but he wouldn't be getting no profits from my business. You're gonna tell my son to refer to me, or you're gonna refer to me in a negative way to my son? I'm his mother. No. That was unacceptable. And I'm surprised that she's going to go to that man for anything. And he better not get any of her profits, because that's just horrible. Anyways, moving on. Caroline Stanbury. So now that her and Sergio are now married, they can go through with IVF, because in Dubai, if you're not married, you cannot do IVF. So now that they're married, they're going to go through with it. So they go through the process. They're able to retrieve 5 eggs. They're going to fertilize as many as they can, and then they're going to freeze them. Sergio to me does seem like he's going to be a good dad because he just has that very doting, very caring type of like nurturing aspect of himself because he's like that with Caroline. He's very concerned. He's very like, just very hands on, very, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay, baby? Are you okay, baby? So he's probably going to make a really great father. I'm surprised that Caroline Stanbury is even going through with this because she seems like, okay, someone who probably never wanted children, but then she had them. And it was like, okay, it was a great experience, but I don't want to do it again. That's how she comes across to me. Okay, I've experienced motherhood. I see what it's all about. Yeah, I'm not going to go back for seconds. But she is because she wants to make Sergio happy. Or maybe she wants to keep Sergio because I think he said that if they weren't going to have kids, that was going to be a deal breaker for him. So she's going through a lot to keep a man because deep down inside, I don't know. I don't know if Caroline really wants more children. Moving on. Chanel Ayan, she calls her sister. She FaceTimes her sister. They talk about the hypnotherapy. Coming to find out, her sister has also been through hypnotherapy. You can see the very close bond between Ayan and her sister. Very, 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 very close bond. They were really there for each other through their very traumatic childhoods. They praise each other a lot. Ayan gives a lot of thanks and appreciation to her sister. They went through so much together. They were always there for, I mean, it's a beautiful, when you think about sisters, this is the relationship that I envision. I don't have any sisters, but when I think about sisters and how they should be, this is how I envision it to be. And it's really sad that some siblings or some sisters are not like that at all. Like they hate each other, can't stand each other, try to do things to hurt each other. But when I think about siblings and the closeness of siblings, Ayan and her sister is exactly what I envision, and that's what I hope for, for my children as well. So Chanel really, really admires her sister. They love each other a lot. And that was like a beautiful scene to see how they are with one another. Moving on from there. So Sara has planned a day trip for the women. I forgot the name of the place that they're going to go visit, but there's a lot of tension between Lesa and Nena, obviously. Chanel shares her hypnotherapy experience, what she went through. And I'm glad that it touched Stanbury because Stanbury, she's like the ice queen. But I'm glad that, she did say that, no woman should ever go through something like that. Brooks drunkenly praises Sara. Brooks was drunk. Brooke was lit before they even got there. She was already lit. So she gives like some kind of a drunken praise to Sara. Moving on from there. They go on a camel ride. Nena tells Stanbury, okay, we talked about that. They go on a camel ride to the place where they're going to be having dinner and stuff. So that was interesting to watch, to see them getting on the camels. That was kind of funny. So they get to the place where they're going to have dinner. There's lots of entertainment. There's like the tribal men of that area. They come out and they do a performance for them. It was so nice and it was just so interesting. So Sara asks if everyone is okay with everyone else. Lesa tells Caroline Stanbury that she heard from the group that Stanbury has a problem with her. And so she was like, do you or do you not have a problem with me? And she tells her, the ladies have told me, or it's come back to me, that you had a lot of questions about what me and my husband do for a living. And Stanbury her response was, we all talk about each other. We all ask about one another. So like, why am I being singled out about this? Lesa says, so when I went to your page, I saw that you had blocked me. And Caroline Stanbury says, well, at the time that I blocked you, I was just trying to get rid of a lot of negative energy. And so Lesa was like, oh, so you consider me negative energy? And Stanbury was like, well, at the time, yes, we were going through whatever we were going through. So then the fire flaming people come out with the guy comes out with the fire flames and does a performance. A belly dancer comes out, more dancers come out. So they got like a full range of entertainment, and that's basically where the season ended. And then next week is going to be the reunion. I don't know if the Real Housewives of Dubai is going to be coming back. I don't think. If I had to make the executive decision of whether or not the Real Housewives of Dubai should come back, excuse me, I might have to say no. There are bits and pieces of interesting stories, like Chanel Ayan, her whole life story was interesting. So I appreciated that. She was to me like the breakout star of the show. What's her name? Nena gave nothing. I don't know why she would. Okay, so if the show is going to come back, we'd have to do some cast changes. For sure, Chanel Ayan should come back. Brooks should come back. Stanbury definitely should come back. Sara, no. Nena, no. Sara is a very lovely person. She's just not giving too much. She wasn't really giving enough. For her to always be the one to give advice and to be the one, like, she wants to be the light of the world, and she wants to bring positivity. And I know that they need that to balance off the mess, but we need more of her life. She wasn't really giving. She has this cute little boy, and that's just as much as we saw. I guess she's not dating anyone. I don't know, but we would need more of her life to keep her interesting. There wasn't enough of her going around and judging people and giving advice to people. That's not enough for me. So I would have to say no. Nina gave nothing. Absolutely nothing. I hope her father got better. Her house is about complete, they said. I don't really care about her house. Nina gave, to me, she gave nothing. Every time that things got heated between any of the women, Nina would exit. That's not what we watch Real Housewives for. You got to stay in the thick of it, roll around in the mud with them, or whatever you got to do, or at least try to calm them down. Be a Sara and try to calm everybody down. But for you to get up and walk away anytime that the women would argue amongst each other, you got to go. If you want to leave, just keep on walking right off the show. So those two women would have to be replaced. They didn't give me enough. Lesa barely gave me enough, but we saw a lot of her family, her husband, her children. She went toe to toe, or she tried to go toe to toe with Stanbury. So Lesa is fine. Chanel is fine. Um, Brooks gave us a lot, and Stanbury gave us a lot. And of course, I want to see Stanbury's fertility journey to see if she's ever going to have these babies for Sergio. I think they're going to go through in vitro. They're going to go through a surrogate, I think. So yeah, I'm interested in Stanbury. I'm interested in Brooks, and I'm interested in Lesa and Chanel. The other two women, they can go. That's my review. Thank you so much. I reviewed every single episode. Really proud of myself. If you stuck around for all these episodes or just some of them on my channel to hear my reviews, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate it. Well, that's it. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, please subscribe. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. Thank you for stopping by anyway, and I will definitely see you at the Real Housewives of Dubai reunion review. Bye.